right, so getting her zeroed in here, looks like I'm a couple tenths low and probably 4 or 5 tenths to the right. I'm obviously able to put that dot in the center of this, and it's a fingernail sized cardboard piece I'm aiming on right in the center of this black. And it's a nice precise spot to hold, which helps me with getting slightly tighter groups. I did pull that one down here. That's a little tighter than a 1/4 inch. No, it's probably 1/4 inch. So 1/4 inch with 4 of them, and then 5 kind of drops down. Consistency with dot size helps a lot for me. Having a bigger dot than I'm used to and my eye is able to pick up and kind of track well, it matters. And this reticle can do pretty well. I think it's an appropriate size dot, and obviously the groups aren't too bad, so I'll go ahead and track this over and a tenth up and probably 4 tenths to the left, and we'll be good to go. So shooting off a tripod in general is kind of a skill set. You have to know a little bit about your rifle, how it's going to respond, recoil. It's going to change your point of impact a little bit. The way that you set up your body behind it, the height that you set it up. There is a learning curve, and I'm not going to pretend like it's just inherently easy. But when you get it down, there should come a time where you feel more comfortable with it to take more normal shots. And so for me, I do shoot at 1,000 yards relatively often. I'm not a pro, and I'm not as good as the bench rest guys or competition shooters. I'm not trying to be. But I think I can make consistent hits off this tripod at 1,030 yards on a 2/3 size IDPA. I'm sure I'll have a few misses in there, but I think I can do it. And I'm going to just show you that this can be a really solid platform. So give me a second to load up, get ready, get my parallax dialed in, and I'll get a couple hits at least on that 2/3 size IDPA. Probably dance around it a little bit as well. All right, I do have to admit that it's a little trickier to shoot with this thing on there. Just the eye relief and stuff is a little funky. But I should be able to get a couple hits on there, and I just want you to be able to see the reticle as I'm shooting and just what kind of consistency I can accomplish here. Okay, I'm gonna go safe. I do need my bag under my leg. I've got a little too much wobble going on. Even a small wobble at this distance equates to a miss. So there's an impact. That's a dead elk, my friend, at 1,030. That's 2 impacts. See if we can get 3 in a row. That's 3 in a row. Man, that's not too bad. I hope that came out clean on this footage. But at 1,030 yards, that's not a full-size IPSC. That's a 2/3 size. And with this reticle and the steadiness provided by this tripod, even shooting through this kind of milky glass that comes from the side shot scope cam, it's reducing the Bushnell's image a little bit. I'm still able to see hits, impacts. I think I can even tell where it's hitting on the plate. All right, what are the chances that I can go 5 for 5? Probably not too good. Five for 5. Now that is not too bad. Vanguard, this is a decent tripod. Bushnell, it's a very good optic. And thank you to Side Shot. I couldn't make this footage without that device. I feel pretty accomplished right now, I'm going to be honest with you. Usually I go for 4 for 5, sometimes 3 for 5 in this wind. But that was not too bad. 130s, not 140s. Those are 130s. So instead of dialing, I'm not going to dial this time. I'm going to hold over. All right. Let's see, we're recording, good to go. A little bit right. Could spot that on 18 power, no problem. There's an impact. 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 Remember, that is a 2/3 size IPSC. It's not my big target. It's a little bit smaller. It's really thick, so you can't hear it, but I can definitely see that light going. And the image on this, reducing it down to 18 power is pretty good. It's very bright, especially considering there's 3 minutes until sundown. Holdovers are no problem for this optic at all. All right, this time let's bump up to 23 power. I'm gonna dial 8.3 mils. Yeah, we'll see what happens with this. Nice impact. A little high. Impact. Impact. That's it. Well, thanks again for checking out Guntote Minnesotan. I hope that you liked this video, and if you haven't liked it yet, go ahead and hit that thumbs up, and then also consider subscribing to my channel if you want to see more content just like this. I do have more Bushnell Match Pro video coming out. I'm going to have a part 3 to this in the future. Obviously, this handled the long range pretty well, and I think it's a very competitive option. Bushnell does have some other offerings, and I think I might try to add those to the lineup as well and see how they do. Some of that next tier up is pretty tempting with some excellent reticles as well. Comment down below if you'd like to see one of those.